Yes. So, all right. So we're going to focus on the Oregon Mountains, which are our east, more or less. And we are going to call in the directions. And tonight we're under the moon in Sagittarius, waning moon, and we're under the sun in Capricorn. So as we visualize the mountains, and there's snow on them, I saw a little bit today. So, they look really pretty. So we're going to call out to spirits of the East, spirits of the secrets to illumination, Grandfather Eagle, ascended masters. We invite you to walk with us at this last sunset of 2021, while we honor and give thanks for the fulfillment of the promise of light. We offer tribute to divine light, to peace, understanding, and love. May the candles we light this evening bring to light that which is hidden from us. May the flames set free our inner animal heart, that we may know its instinct. The clarity of action and knowledge may take hold of our minds. May we this evening view the world through new eyes. We pray release of false thinking and await purification, that our higher selves may burst victorious through our illusions and jettison to the center of the heavens, wherein lies the integration of all knowledge, logic, and power. And so as you're facing the direction of east, which is the direction of beginnings, and we are about to close one period and move into the next, you can set an intention for that beginning. And it can be specific or it can be looser, but the idea is just to say to your guides, this is what I would like as a beginning. Like I could say I would like a beginning in a healthier year, okay? And that would make sense, right? After what I've been through. So just set that intention and know that as we set the intention, the energy is out there for it to begin to come nearer to us. So, luz, paz, amor, conciencia, armonía. And then we're going to turn the opposite way to the west. So we're facing the river, whether there's water in it or not. And we're thinking here about endings. And so we could say this is a Western night, right? So we say to the spirits of the West, guardians of completions, dragonfly, sacred dream initiators, we invite you to walk with us at this last sunset of 2021 and help us release the harvest and our descent into depths to see our illusions. Grant us introspection and strength, garnered from our lessons in each of the 13 moon cycles. May we stand in full power of our Western shield, ready to be warriors of the spirit. May we learn harmlessness and become impeccable in our truths. May we choose each day to acknowledge and release that which is no longer needed. Gift us the twilight experience of unity with our allies in all realms, that we may live harmoniously with peace and dignity. May you guide us through the sacred dream to mindfulness. And as we face the West in our minds and we think of the time when the river is flowing west, we think further west of the ocean, let us see that each cycle of life holds a different lesson, and that each time we move through the lessons, we begin to lift those veils of illusion until we get to that point in which we're very clear and we are able to walk as the masters did, being on the earth, not of the earth. And so in this direction, it's also a direction of gratitude, and that we can say honestly for 2021, thank you. Maybe it didn't bring everything we wanted. Maybe it brought some surprises, but we say thank you. Thank you for the completion of the age cycles, and thank you for the completion of this year. And so it is. Luz, paz, amor, conciencia, armonía. And now we're turning to the north, which is the direction of the ancestors and the wisdom connectors. White Buffalo Calf Woman brought ceremonies to the people in the direction of the north. And so we invite all of those entities to accompany us at this last sunset of 2021 and ask them to teach us respect and love of our roles and those of others in all aspects of our earth walk. Grant us cleansing, renewal, and purity of insight as we go within to view our lives, not from the perspective of ego, but rather through the eyes of love and detachment. Allow us the trust to experience in a non-threatening way the presence of those ancestors whose spirits surround us for protection and wisdom. Help us accept and understand our own sonship with its unique contribution through our life work. And above all, give us a vision of a world in which cooperation is expressed through harmony and purity within and without is manifest. White Buffalo, honor us with a revision of our purpose on this plane. And so as we stand in the north, we imagine that whatever guides our ancestors that work with us, perhaps not, we're aware of, perhaps we're not, but they're here this night and they're joining us in the ceremony to help us complete our earth walk and to achieve that service, which is the final of these lessons that we have in this life, is how we serve others. And perhaps you'll feel the presence or see a color you would associate with an ancestor, or you have a smell, a scent that will remind you of an ancestor. Perhaps you'll just see in your mind's eye this person who's often with you in circle, encouraging you and keeping you going. Luz, paz, amor, conciencia, armonía. And we turn to the south. And the south is the direction of the faith protectors, inner child, porcupine, the quality of innocence. And we invite you to fill us with wonder as we immerse in the twinkling lights that represent divine flame, pure love and joy. Light of the burning candles transform our earthly sight, that we may free ourselves of judgment and open our perceptions to the wondrous possibilities that this earth walk offers. Grant us the experience of adult-child integration and help us to gain trust that we may express more love to ourselves and to those around us. Allow us to experience the healing of all transgressions by ourselves and others against our hearts, so that we may grow well and take those actions which will create greater inner peace and outer happiness. May the light of our growing love and awareness traverse the oceans and carry our intentions to all corners of the planet. Coyote, through your antics, help us to laugh at our follies and those of our Hoopa family, that we may become forgiving. And so as you stand in the south, take yourself back to when you were a young, innocent child. Find a memory, if you can, of particular kindness or joy or something. Could be like Christmas or a holiday where you're anticipating great things and you're so innocent that you haven't reached cynicism or disappointment. You're just feeling that tremendous excitement. And that's what the masters have brought to us, that almost all of them have a great sense of humor and they walk very lightly like small children. So bring up that little Creek girl in you and allow her to be present tonight. The Creek girl, Clarissa Pincola Estes, referred to in Women Who Run with Wolves as the undomesticated you. And so it is. Luz, paz, amor, conciencia, armonía. And then we focus on the direction above. We call on Father Sky above, provider of the sun, moon, and stars, and the rainbows of promise that remind us of our origins. Shine your light on us that we may be illumined. Under the influence of your waning Sagittarius moon, may we shed light on all areas of our lives in which we can undertake to create more peace, more light, more joy. Honor our tribute to you and bless us with upliftment. And then we focus on Mother Earth wherever our feet are touching the ground. Mother Earth below us, provider of all that sustains and nourishes our earth walk. We ask that you provide a strong foundation and you forgive us our unconscious acts of harm upon you. Honor our growing awareness of our responsibility to you. Bless us with seasons to grow by and understanding of your needs. And then we touch our hearts, spirit within. We call on our inner selves to move us in the direction of peace. As we focus on our heart by placing our hands over it, let us feel the warmth and support that our inner selves always offer. Let us recognize the goodness and wholeness within that is our given right and claim it. We ask that our journey toward more peace within spill out and overtake our exteriors, that we are spiritual beings having material experience of the highest order. And we know that as we approach 2022, that one of the important things was that we learn to stay in our heart, that we surrender judgment, prejudice, criticism, and somehow manage to touch our hearts often enough that we remember that this is where we're connecting with our eternal selves in the higher heart. And so we say, spirits of the East, we've come full circle as to the seasons and cycles of the year, and thank the gatekeepers of the East, the West, the North, and the South for granting us their presence and support. May a symbolic pipe of peace be partaken by each person present, that the union of Mother Earth and Father Sky melts our boundaries and envelops us in oneness. Well, now I'm going to move into the world healing meditation. So I just suggest that you close your eyes and just listen to the words. In the beginning, God is all that is. In the beginning, God is all that is, created the heaven and the earth. And God is all that is, said, let there be light, and there was light. Now is the time of the new beginning. I am a co-creator with God is all that is. And it is a new heaven that comes. As the goodwill of God is all that is expressed on earth through me. It is the kingdom of light, love, peace, and understanding. And I am doing my part to reveal its reality. I begin with me. I am a living soul, and the spirit of God is all that is, dwells in me as me. I and God is all that is, are one. And all that God is, all that is, has is mine. In truth, I am the sonship of God is all that is. What is true of me is true of everyone. For God is all that is all. And all is God is all that is. I see only the spirit of God is all that is in every soul. And to every man, woman, and child on earth, I say, I love you, for you are me. You are my holy self. I now open my heart and let the pure essence of unconditional love pour out. I see it as a golden light radiating from the center of my being, and I feel its divine vibration in and through me, above and below me. I am one with the light. I am filled with the light. I am illumined by the light. I am the light of the world. With purpose of mind, I send forth the light. I let the radiance go before me to join the other lights. I know this is happening all over the world on this day, and I see the merging lights. There is now one light. We are the light of the world. The one light of love, peace, and understanding is moving. It flows across the face of the earth, touching and illuminating every soul in the shadow of the illusion. And where there was darkness, there is now the light of reality. And the radiance grows, permeating and saturating every form of life. There is only the vibration of one perfect life now. All the kingdoms of the earth respond, and the planet is alive with love and light. There is total oneness, and in this oneness we speak the word. Let the sense of separation be dissolved. Let mankind be returned to oneness. Let peace come forth in every mind. Let love flow forth from every heart. Let forgiveness reign in every soul. Let understanding be the common bond. And now from the light of the world, the one presence and power of the universe responds. The activity of God, God is all that is healing and harmonizing planet Earth. Omnipotence is made manifest. I'm seeing the salvation of the planet before my very eyes, as all false beliefs and error patterns are dissolved. The sense of separation is no more. The healing has taken place, and the world is restored to sanity. This is the beginning of peace on earth and goodwill toward all. As love flows forth from every heart, forgiveness reigns in every soul, and all hearts and minds are one in perfect understanding. It is so, and it is done. And then I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and the sea was no more. And I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of the heaven from God. God is all that is, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice from the throne saying, "Behold, the dwelling of God, God is all that is with humankind. God, God is all that is, will dwell with them, and they shall be the tribe of God. God is all that is, and the Holy Trinity shall be with them. God, God is all that is, will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither shall there be mourning, nor crying, nor pain anymore. For the former things have passed away." And the one who is sitting upon the throne said, "Behold, I make all things new." And as you hold our earth planet in your hands, turn the globe blessing each continent and waters. Send a healing intention to all the people of earth. See a peace pole being erected in every place where contention has been evidenced. See a wave of deep peace governing the earth. And then I'm going to share a reading from I Remember Union. Imagine all the players coming together, the cast forming without conscious knowledge. All the ties that bind, bringing together the souls of time to align once and for all, thus creating the most monumental advancement in human consciousness ever experienced. In all time, of all time, for all time. We are assembling now. Now you are assembling. There's no way to move apart from the thrust of the import, no way to negate the call of the soul through time for expression and resolution. There are no borders within which to stay, but the boundaries are moving faster than the resistance. And for once, the resistance has no form, cannot carry with it the intention, because none exists. Imagine that now the players are assembling to draw all together in the final act of humanity, the choice of humanity for union. Look and recognize our family, the family of our true origin, for none other matters, for it is only the family of your soul who calls. Look only to the moment to bring you the joining you seek. Look only to your soul to tell you the import of itself. Listen, listen to the voice of the harp and the drum. Listen, time is calling. Look, time is hailing. Be with the hailing and the calling, and deep within yourself, you will feel the responding rhythm of the heat of being. Seek no further, for you have found the way home, and it lies within and has begun its last true trumpet call. You are assembling, and therefore it is time. There are no more questions to be answered. Believe that this is the final act, and the design is truth and form for all time now. And so just as we've completed the 8 seasonal celebrations on the earth plane, we recognize that releasing our experiences of the passing year clears a new pathway for supportive energies to gather for us and begin to bring in the new year. Many new thought gatherings offer an opportunity to consign to flame 5 things that we wish to release from 2121. We are also gifted an opportunity to think of 5 things we wish to receive in the new year. And by releasing both, we free ourselves of disappointments from the passing year and also release our wishes for the new year so that we do not hold too tightly to them and allow them to manifest in good time. And as many of us are joining large gatherings at this time, here's our opportunity to metaphorically participate in the ritual. Some may actually burn their small papers, others will travel to a huge outdoor bonfire where our vanities and differences can find positive outlet. So I'm going to invite you just for a moment to slow yourself down a little, to take in 3 very deep breaths. I encourage you to hold your solar plexus as you breathe, and just slowly breathe in as far as you can down into the belly, and hold it a moment, and then release it through your out breath. And adjust your physical body. Surrender holding up the world like Atlas. Just let yourself be almost limp like a puppet. And in that way available for all change and all that is presented. And then take a second deep breath. This is one for your emotions. So we breathe in and think of anything that may have distracted us today emotionally. And as we breathe out, we release it and then blow it and send it up to the ethers. So breathing in, holding gently, breathing out. And sending it up for absorption. And then finally we breathe in to clear our mind so that we're available for whatever messages we receive, for whatever knowing is given us, in a clear state of being. So breathe in. Hold. And release with a sigh. Clearing what they used to call the mitote in your brain, which is the big gossip. It has very little truth in it. So I want you to imagine now that you're in some place in nature where you've been or wish to be on a clear, starry night that's so clear that you can see the Milky Way. And perhaps there's a full moon, so that there's more illumination than just the stars. And you find yourself in a beautiful, peaceful place with a large quantity of land, perhaps mountains in the distance, a river brook nearby. And on this last night of 2021, you decide to do a ceremony. And you find a twig nearby and you draw a big circle. And take your time to draw that circle. And just draw it lightly in the dirt or sand, wherever you are. And when you're complete, go to the center of the circle and focus on your intention to surrender 2021 and to bring in 2022. You notice that you brought a bag or a backpack with you, and in it are 4 big stones, and you place them in the 4 cardinal directions of east and west and north and south. And then further, you notice that you brought with you the 4 sacred herbs of tobacco, cedar, sweetgrass, and sage. And you also have a conch shell, and you put some of each of the 4 sacred herbs, and you light them with matches or lighter, whatever you have with you. And you walk around the circle, blessing the circle and sanctifying it. And when you're complete, you smudge yourself with it. And then you return to the center of the circle, and then you notice that people are gathering, people that you know and love, care for, are gathering all around the circle to support you this night. And when they've all gathered, you light more of the herbs and you walk around the circle, smudging everyone with the herbs. And then you decide to seek their help in building a fire pit in the middle of this big circle. And you ask people to gather twigs and other materials for a fire. You take a few moments while you see everyone gathering and contributing to this beautiful fire. The materials catch easily. And after a time, you have a wonderful fire. It is contained. And then you speak to the people that have shown up about the importance of releasing 5 things from the year that you're closing and inviting 5 things for the new year. And then you ask everyone in the circle, one at a time, to come forward and release their 10 pieces of paper. And that's going to take a little while, so just be with that activity and see the relief on each face as they let go of this past year and as they envision how this next year, the year of service, will unfold for them. And as each person approaches and burns their pieces of paper, say out loud, and so it is. All blessings to you and all whom you value and love. And when everyone has a turn, see yourself holding hands with everyone in the circle and set a global intention for greater good in 2022, for a world at peace and abundance for the whole of this planet. Pause to absorb your surroundings and to bid your circle goodbye as each person leads in peace. Breathe in deeply again and feel a wash of peace come over you. And then gently put out the fire from a nearby river and erase the circle with your feet. Thank the elements of fire, water, air, and earth, and the directions of east, west, north, and south. And slowly bring your attention back to your dwelling and prepare to consign your strips of paper to flame, or simply tear them up or bury them, releasing the old and giving permission for the new to be presented at the absolute right time. And then we're going to pick up our sound making things, whatever we have. And you can each burn your things later, but we're just going to make some sound to welcome the new year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So just when you can burn or bury or, tear them into pieces, but do it thoughtfully, that you're really focusing on each thing that you're letting go of in each, aspect that you're inviting. So. Nice. Oh, good.
I have a cauldron for
I
just
had a beautiful bowl that I made out of clay, but in one of my moves, I gave it to a student. So I don't have that anymore. I think I can probably burn things in my little Hopi bowl if I, keep them really small. But,
a cast iron skillet works.
What?
A cast iron skillet.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Well, I don't have that anymore. I gave it to my son.
Okay.
But we'll work on it. But this is a nice way to start the new year in just a place of openness. And I love that meditation, of his and the things that he's inviting. And the New Jerusalem is not necessarily a place, it's a mindset. It's a bringing in this beautiful kingdom, that in that kingdom, everyone is actualized and everyone is welcomed and everyone is able to express their given talents. So if you want to talk, we can do that too. I'll turn off the recording.
Before patriarchy.
What?
In a world before patriarchy.